Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's been a minute since I did a Would You Rather, and I'm going to skip the whole cheeky intro thing I tend to do and just jump right into it. So, first and foremost, would you rather be able to survive any injury or fall, or be able to pull out any Acme Corporation product out of your pocket? Now, being able to survive any injury or fall it would certainly be handy, but so far in my life, I haven't encountered a single time where I've needed to survive an injury or fall by virtue of the fact that I'm alive. So clearly it's not that rare, but being able to pull something out of my pocket that's made by a fictitious corporation, that's kind of handy, because I can pretty much say whatever and they make it, like, oh, this is the 44 Magnum Acme Corporation handgun, and I'm pulling it out of my pocket when a mugger comes up to me and I blow his fucking head off, and then I just slip it back into my pocket, and it kind of acts like that Hermione bag on Harry Potter, or at least this is the reality I'm living in, or even more ridiculous, I could pull out like towels tied together from the Acme Corporation, bath section, bath and body, and just be like a wizard kind of sideshow act, where they keep pulling the cloth out and it just be never ending and they couldn't figure it out. Scientists studying me. That could lead to a lot of negative things, though. But either way, what they didn't specify in the first one is that you would survive and not have any repercussions for the injury. See? I bet a lot of you didn't think about that. So, yeah. So you survived your fall from the Empire State Building. I hope you enjoy your life as a half-deflated bag of skin full of shattered shards of former bones. That's what your life's going to be. Like blind, deaf, and dumb, can't move or speak or hardly string a thought together. That's going to be your reality. It would have killed you if you didn't pick this thing on the internet, you goddamn idiot. But you did, so now you're resigned to that awful, awful life. And especially if the conservatives have the power, they'll keep you alive like they tried to with people like Terry Schiavo. So, anywho. So I'm going to say pull the Acme Corporation things out. 26% agree with me, 74% are actually incorrect because you didn't think about it. You didn't think, and now you're wrong. See? God. When are you guys going to learn, the internet? When are you going to learn to hash this through a little bit more? All right. If you had to pick a disease, would you rather be a leper or be a midget? Again, I don't think it's politically correct to call being a midget a disease. That's pretty messed up. But I mean, I'm pretty sure that you can cure leprosy nowadays, so I guess I'd rather have leprosy and get that cured. But if it was to the point where I couldn't be cured, I'd obviously rather be a midget, because then I can live and not die. So it really depends on the stage of leprosy. So, assuming that that this was like terminal, you could be a terminal midget, you're going to be a midget till you die, or a terminal leper, you're going to be a leper until you die, So I guess I would rather be a midget in that circumstance. 73% agree with me, 27%. I can understand where you're coming from if you had that other opinion that I said first, the former one, but I don't think that's what the guy in the question meant, so you're just not right. Yeah, okay. Would you rather sleep on the floor wearing PJs but have no pillow, or sleep on the floor entirely naked but have one pillow? What the fuck, man? Who cares? Who the hell cares? You're asking a question about if I'd rather sleep with PJs and no pillow, or naked with one pillow. What? I mean, I guess I would rather wear PJs with no pillow. I don't want to be naked on the floor. Bugs could crawl around and bite my special place that camp counselors are not supposed to play with, as I learned after the fact. But that's a different story entirely. Alright, 46% agree with me, 54% don't know the dangers of genital bugs, so, that'll be a warning sign to you when you wake up the next morning. Would you rather be John Lennon or be Paul McCartney? John Lennon, because I don't give a shit. I really just am not. I don't care. 53% agree with me because I can tell, because no one conceivably could give a shit about this, and so they just clicked one of them to move on. And that's why it's 53 to 47, That's why. So that's an indication of a bad question, whoever the hell sent that one in. Would you rather know exactly what happened in Area 51 or accept $1 million? I'd rather accept $1 million, because I guarantee what they would say to you is, like, when you went into the secret room, like, even if you did choose to learn all that shit about Area 51, if I were on the government side, I would take the person who chose it over the $1 million, and I would, like, go to his house with, like, a big, like, awesome helicopter, and, like, get out super seriously with, like, all my medals and shit, and be like, you requested to know Area 51 instead of the $1,000,000, and then he'd be like, oh shit, yeah, man, I'm gonna find out what the government's been hiding, and I'd be like, come with me, son, then walk him back, put him on the helicopter, take him to some crazy desert somewhere, and then get out and walk and pretend like we're scanning for like a secret entrance, and then eventually just lead him into an underground bunker, and we tell him that it's like in the back room where all the alien shit is, and then it's just like a kitchen that has a bunch of Rice Krispie treats and shit, and then we all just laugh mercilessly at him and tell him he's a goddamn idiot for thinking there was anything in Area 51 that the government could conceivably hide, you know? And if it was, people never think about this, you know? Let's say an alien ship did crash there, you know? If this is some crazy alien technology that they didn't want us to have, like aliens were like, trying to keep us from it, like they would come back and take that shit. There's no way our government could keep them from it. And if the aliens were any threat at all, our government wouldn't be able to stop them, because they had the capacity for interstellar travel. The point is, ladies and gentlemen, is that you would be retarded if you didn't take the $1,000,000. Wow, this is the most objective kind of study I can garner I've seen in all my year of Would You Rathers, and 79% would rather take the $1,000,000. 21% of you, I assume, live in like some sort of assisted living home, and you're just accessing this, somehow from your straitjacket, typing with your tongue or something, because that's the only explanation I can fathom. I don't know. It really makes me sad to imagine that a fifth of you out there are just, pants on head retarded. If you could play one game, would you rather play a 10-day trial of World of Warcraft or play RuneScape forever, even without full membership? There's no way I could play RuneScape. I've never played RuneScape. I played World of Warcraft briefly, and by briefly I don't mean like, for 2 months and then I quit. I mean briefly as in like a 4-hour stint, and that's it. So I guess I do World of Warcraft because I just couldn't enjoy gaming if it was RuneScape. 64% agree with me. 36% do not. So there you go. Would you rather be black in a white neighborhood or be white in a black neighborhood? I would definitely say be white in a black neighborhood. For sure. You get, just like that Louis C.K. bit where it's like, he says, I'm not saying it's white people are better, but I am saying that it's clearly better to be white. You just get more benefits for being white as a whole. So yeah. What, really? 29% said be white in a black neighborhood. 71% said be black in a white neighborhood. Oh. Well, I didn't even think about, like, the whole class implications. I was assuming, like, these are two, like a middle-class black neighborhood versus a middle-class white neighborhood. I wasn't assuming, like, this white neighborhood, this is in Beverly Hills, and this black neighborhood, this is in Compton, or anything like that. I'm assuming equality. And guess what, my friends? You're all racists. And no, this is one of those questions that, like, no matter what you say, someone can say you're racist somehow. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely say be white in a black neighborhood. Not because, like, I'd be scared to be black in a white neighborhood or something, just because it's easier to be white than black in America. So there you go. Would you rather never be able to leave your native country or never be able to drive? I would rather never be able to leave my native country because honestly, it's not like I live in some small European country where it's like something like Europe, or not Europe, but England is only the size of like, a small state here, like Rhode Island or something. Not Rhode Island, I'm sorry, like New Jersey or something like that. I don't know. England isn't very big. There you know. But so for someone who lived there, that'd be like really devastating to like, oh my God, I can't leave my country. But here in the United States, it's so big and so vast, and from Hawaii to Alaska, just everything. Like we have a little bit of everything, so I wouldn't even need to. And not being able to drive would be devastating, especially since I live in the Midwest and I'm in the middle of the country. I'm far from anything fun, pretty much. So I need to be able to drive. So I'm going to say never leave my home country. 58% on that one agree with me. This all depends on where you live, so I can't really critique your choices. Would you rather have a wardrobe completely of flannel/plaid or have a wardrobe completely of denim? That's not even a question. I would completely go for the flannel plaid, and that would incentivize me to really just put everything I had into the growing of the beard and into the arm workouts, and then I could go into Quebec or somewhere and be a lumber guy. That's a manly thing. Women like that, right? And they make like hundreds of $1,000s, chopping wood. That's a hard job. I'm pretty sure. Might have my facts wrong. All right. So plaid for sure. 59% agree with me, 41% don't, and 100% couldn't conceivably give less of a fuck about such a dumbass question. So screw you, whoever submitted this. Can't even see. All right, that's the end of this episode. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a rating. If you didn't, just leave a rating, man. It's super easy. Like, don't be a dick. All right, love you.